4 officers were charged in reference to the case of Breonna Taylor. Stay tuned for more. This is Delightful Soul. How are you guys doing out there? I hope everyone is doing well, and I'm glad that you're tuning into my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out and stay tuned for more about this case. Breonna Taylor was a 26-year-old African-American woman who was fatally shot in her Louisville, Kentucky apartment on March 13, 2020, when at least 7 police officers forced entry into the apartment as part of an investigation into drug dealing operation. 3 of the officers, Jonathan Mattingly, Brett Hankinson, and Miles Cosgrove, were involved in the shooting. The killing of Breonna Taylor by white police officers and the initial lack of charges for her death led to numerous protests that added to those across the United States against police brutality and racism. When a grand jury did not indict the officers for her death, further civil unrest ensued. Well, 4 current and former Louisville police officers have been arrested for their roles in a botched search warrant that was executed at the home of Breonna Taylor and resulted in her death. Kelly Goglett, Joshua James, Kyle Meany, and Brett Hankinson face federal charges, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced Thursday morning. The officers were charged with civil rights offenses, unconstitutional use of force, obstruction, and conspiracy, Garland said.
Charges announced today allege that members of the Place-Based Investigations Unit falsified the affidavit used to obtain the search warrant of Ms. Taylor's home, that this act violated federal civil rights laws, and that those violations resulted.
They used in the raid are not part of what the DOJ says was criminal here, but law enforcement experts say this was not a case where a middle-of-the-night raid was justified. They easily could have interviewed Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend at any time, Stephen.
A lot of revelations out today. And Ken, I know there's a little bit of confusion now over whether the officers were serving a no-knock warrant at Taylor's home. Can you clear that up for us?
Yes, from everything that's emerged from the investigation, it was not a no-knock warrant. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Taylor, told police he did hear a knock. But when you think about it, Stephen, it was the middle of the night. They were sleeping. So it's functionally the equivalent of a no-knock warrant. You hear a noise, all of a sudden they're breaking down the door. He had a gun. He thought they were intruders. He fired a shot, and they then poured fire into that apartment. 32 bullets, 6 of which hit Breonna Taylor. And again, that conduct, it's been ruled justified. The police, once they're fired on, are justified in using deadly force. The crime here is what the Justice Department is saying is that the warrant was falsified. They never should have been at that apartment, Stephen.
Today's 874 days. What we've been seeing on day 1, y'all learning what we've been seeing was the truth. That they shouldn't have been there and that Breonna didn't deserve that. That's right. Today's overdue, but it still hurts.